Hi guys. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you here today, but last night I was here and setting up for you. So I'm just going to talk real briefly about what you can expect for today, and then what you can expect for coming up here. I do have all the stuff. Likely you're just watching me right here on this computer. But I've got all kinds of stuff over there for you at the front of the table, which I'm sure is something that you saw as soon as you came into the library. There, you just saw everything kind of splayed out for you. So it's all kind of there in black and white, but I just wanted to highlight just a couple of key points and kind of further explain it for you. So the first thing I'd like you to notice is that I do have kind of a to-do list for you today, and that has a front and back, and I listed it out kind of bullet point, but let me just explain each one. I'd love for you guys to make a poster today of a chart that I can have kind of keep track of the kids so that they can see and chart their own progress in Wilson. And I'll explain what the Wilson reading program is to you later on if you're not familiar with it. But I have a way of doing it so that it's real easy, and whichever one of you wants to do it with me, you won't have to have any prior knowledge about any kind of reading help or anything like that, because I'll break it down for you in such a way that you can just follow directions and keep the kids on task, and they'll be fine. I am going to want you guys to make a PowerPoint at some point this morning, just real briefly kind of laying out your own bio. I'm going to combine it. I'd love for you guys to email that to me as an attachment, and I'll just go ahead and attach that to the PowerPoint that I'm making for the kids, sort of a welcome PowerPoint. But I'll, when your bio comes up, I'll have you get up and kind of explain it in front of the group. So the other thing is, I'd love for you guys to check out the computer program. I don't know if April's with you right now. If she is, hi April. If she's not, I'm sure she's just around the corner there. But check in with her, see if you can get online to see what the Elks program is with the kids, and see if you can just see what that program is like from a kid point of view, just so that you can help them when they try to log on and get their own program started. If you could also just kind of design a fun way to introduce the kids to the routine. I've listed out on a sheet of paper what the routine is. I'll go over that briefly with you. But essentially, I've got all kinds of ideas, but I really want you to, if you don't mind, to go ahead and make that your own and really kind of get that portion of welcoming the day to the kids, to the first day of school, summer school, to sort of have you two introduce the routine of what they're going to see. It's not a biggie, but on the back there's a list of extra stuff that if you guys could find for me, it would be great, because I am kind of pressed for time. If you can't find it, it's not a big deal, but if you do have time and you can locate those things, just know where you got those things from, because we're likely going to have to return those things if they're not a part of our program, as an only note. So that's for today. The routine, real basic. Kids are going to come in. They're going to come into the library, and they're going to do the sign-in station right away, and that's just to help them clarify in their own minds, look, I'm leaving home life at home, I'm now in summer school, and that's where my focus needs to be. So it's a way for them to just sort of, we'll do attendance from it, not that we can anyway, I mean, it's like 10 kids per session, so it's not a biggie, but it's just a way for us to kind of keep track of them, but also for them to kind of keep track of where they are. So I would love for you guys to even, design something for that station so that the kids could, have a nice way of signing in somehow. And then they'll pick up whatever it is that they're going to pick up from me. So then we're going to go over here to the big table, and they're going to have kind of a 5 to 10 minute free write time, writing in their journals, which will likely be, you know, just your basic blue books. I am going to have them respond to either a prompt or just do a free write of how their summer vacation's going, or how their home life is going, or what's on their mind, what they're thinking about. And then we're just going to have kind of a, well, I'm not going to call it this, but like a circle time, secondary ed version of circle time, where we just talk about different scenarios, different topics, and hopefully build some relationships with these kids. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and get into block 1. Block 1 is going to be our literacy block. It's going to be split up into 2 different sessions. The first session is going to be a writing workshop, which will happen right here at this station. And I'm going to have a PowerPoint here going, and I'm going to do a mini lesson with them. That's going to be me. And then the writing workshop is going to take place. It's going to be one of you. And it's going to be over here in these areas, and just have one para kind of going all around and checking in with kids. Sitting down with them and really working on their writing. I am not so interested, by the way, in spelling or grammar. Those things are nice, and we should focus in on them, but it's really about the communication piece. Spelling and grammar, those kinds of things are not things that I want to focus too much on in terms of their writing. It's really more about, if they read it out loud, do they sound like they are if they're just speaking to somebody? Are they communicating accurately? And is there structure to their writing? Are they able to do some drafts? So that's the reason for the writer's workshop. And I'll go over more detail with that with you later, but one of you should decide which one of you wants to do that. Really kind of an important job, and it's more coaching than anything else, and really making kids feel good about their writing. So that's this section over here, the writer's corner. Then we're going to, so that's going to be for an hour, that's session 1, and we'll, half an hour in, switch groups from the mini lesson to the writer's workshop. Then we're going to have session 2. Session 2 is going to be the Wilson program, and that's going to be happening again at the big table. And then we're going to have well, it's actually not free. It's we're going to call it independent writing and independent reading. They will have some assignments to finish for me, some writing assignments over the summer, and they're going to be reading books that they choose, books that my only requirement is that they love what they read. It's my only, if they love to read Cat in the Hat, by all means read it, but they must love it, and they must write about it. So they're going to have to convince me that they love it. So we'll talk about what that looks like, these reading verifications. But essentially, I think it should be that there be a one para just sort of floating around, making sure that students are on topic and doing what they're supposed to be doing. Because with that much individuality, and they're going to be, you know, kind of all around. I've got, you know, bean bags and all kinds of things set up around the room, including, you know, they can be in this area as well, reading or writing. I'm not too particular, as long as they're separated from everyone and doing what they're supposed to be doing. So one pair is kind of on that and just helping kids to keep focused, while the other one is helping me with the Wilson at the big table there. Going further, then, we have at the end of session 2, and session 2 again will be, you know, half an hour, and then we'll switch, and that should bring us into block 2, which is our last hour of either the morning session or the afternoon session. Block 2 is going to be math, and it is going to be over